Pardon me. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I was sent to ask for your help.
Oh?
Where are my manners? I'm Rosa Norvalo. My husband, Calen, has requested that I find you and ask if you'd assist him. Normally, I wouldn't approach a total stranger like this, but Calen seemed so insistent. Please forgive my audacity. Thank you. Calen always tends to exaggerate, but in this case he sounded earnest, which worries me a bit. He said to tell you that the matter he needs help with is of the utmost importance to the citizens of the Imperial City. You're to meet him at Seradur's house, which is located in the Temple District. He said all will be explained when you get there. That's all he told me to say. Thank you. I'm sure he'll be pleased. I must go now. Good day to you.
Ooh, that one. I've been waiting for that one every time I come to the Imperial City on a sales run, which is why I'm here, so I'll get to that when I'm done with my sales run.
Good day. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I...
Here, one of mine, so let's start there.
You've got to be... No deal.
Yeah, no.
I appreciate your business. You too.
Spells.
So, why was I here? When I didn't need to be here for selling, or for leveling. It's because I was dropping off stuff
You have my ear, citizen.
in storage and figured, well, the merchants in the Shivering Isles don't have as much money.
It's an honor to finally meet you. When I heard you were in town, I just had to send for your help. Your reputation precedes you.
And you didn't call me Sir
Allow
Knight,
me
which
to
is why I'm
introduce
here.
myself. I am Seradur. Likewise, sorry to send Gillen's wife to get you in that manner, but it seems safer if we weren't seen on the streets right now.
Why?
If you'll come with me. Splendid. Watch your step.
Having your reputation precedes you, not immediately followed by Sir Knight or something similar, is why I'm willing to help you.
Hail.
Out of context. In context. Out of context. This is a quest she'd do anyway.
Welcome. You're now in the sanctuary of the Order of the Virtuous Blood. Few outside our circle have ever set foot in our hallowed hall. We are, for lack of a better word, defenders. We guard the city from an infestation that plagues it. We are vampire hunters. I'm sure you are familiar with these despicable beings, feeding on the innocent as if they were cattle. Well, this group was formed to combat them. Alas, we are but 3 old men, not able to match the fighting prowess of a vampire. We lack the strength to defeat them in battle. Our goal is to root out the
That's where I
vampires
come
that
in.
live in our fair city. So far, we've been unsuccessful finding one, until now. It's come to the Order's attention that Temple District resident Roland Genseric is a vampire, and has already claimed one victim. That's where you come in. We want you to slay this vampire, and cleanse the city of his filth before he can feed or kill again. A few nights ago, I was roaming the city, as I often do, looking for any signs of a vampire. As I headed past Roland's house, I heard a cry. I rushed into the back garden to find Roland struggling with a woman he'd been courting. I tried to intervene, but he was too strong. He threw his lover to the ground and turned his attention on me. Luckily, I managed to run back into the street and escape his grasp.
Right.
I hid for a while and then returned to the garden. Roland was gone, and the woman was dead. She had 2 puncture marks on the nape of her neck. That's when I realized he was a vampire. The Order needs you to track him and destroy him.
You're kinda suspicious.
I would
but
start
I'll
by
play
searching
along.
his home. He hasn't been there for days, so it should be safe. Return to us here if you have questions. We meet at night.
I wonder why. Couldn't be because I already know
Vampires
that it's
are
a
nasty
trap.
creatures. They drink the blood of others to conceal their true nature. Such trickery makes them difficult to find. You may ask Gillen Norvallo or Greythroat about these creatures as well. They've learned much.
Her sense motive is high enough to
His
smell
home is
the
located in the
bullshit
Temple
wafting
District,
off of you.
right across the garden from my home, in fact. Ironic, isn't it?
Ironic, sure. That's the word.
Who knows when Roland will
Spoilers!
strike again?
He's the
You
vampire!
must hurry. My knowledge is at your disposal. It's said that the bite of a vampire has the chance of infecting the victim. If this occurs, they'll become a vampire in a few days. Be cautious.
Why do you think I always carry a cured disease with me?
Roland was always a quiet man. It was only recently he'd met that young lady. Poor girl. We must avenge her death. Vampires are clever.
It's not because
so
of
watch
rats.
your back.
It's because of vampires.
How can I be of service? A vampire cannot exist in the daylight for long. As the sun's rays strike his flesh, it will burn as if on fire.
I do like that part so much.
Roland
Burn
was
it.
very much the loner. He never married and was rarely seen outside his house. I'm surprised his secret wasn't discovered sooner.
The ever vigilant vampires are creatures of deceit. How goes it?
There are the rare, reasonable exceptions, but... Okay. Mithril. Well, I am 12th level, so... I'm getting more and more of the dwarven and elven and upgraded gear off of people. Yeah, but it's daytime. Oh, here's my first clue. He's awake!
Go away. I know what you're here for. Just leave me alone.
Well, you didn't attack me outright, which is why I would talk to you.
Vampires? Why would you ask me about those filthy creatures? That bastard! Seridor dares accuse me of being a vampire? Me? Ha! He's the one who is the vampire. I
Tell
can't
me
believe
more.
him. I knew he would try and pin this on me. If only I could get my hands on him.
Oh, I could do that.
I'm sorry. I've been hiding up here in this cabin and I've forgotten my manners. Try and understand. I loved her. I'd never harm her. Ralphina was the love of my life. For the first time I had a positive outlook. Then I saw Seridor looking at her with those coveting eyes. When she started taking walks in the garden at night, I became suspicious. I didn't want to lose her. I should have trusted her. Oh, Ralphina. Yes, I must let someone else know. That night, I decided to follow Ralphina. I wanted to see where she went on her walks. When she stopped in the garden and Seridor stepped out of the shadows, my heart sank. Then suddenly he was upon her. She seemed entranced as he wrapped his arms around her and sank his teeth into her neck. I burst from my hiding place and attacked Seridor. He became startled for a moment and tossed Ralphina aside. She fell to the ground, and I heard a sickening crack as her head struck a stone. I was no equal to Seridor. He knocked me down in one quick movement. As I lost consciousness, I saw him laugh and then run away. Now I know why he didn't finish me that night. He wanted to cast suspicions on me instead. I panicked. By the time I awoke, her body was gone. I knew Seridor was a respected member of the community. They'd never believe he was a vampire. I retreated here to the cabin to collect my thoughts. I suppose you must decide what to do. Are you going to kill me?
No.
Thank you. I'm happy you gave me a chance to explain.
Giving opportunities to reasonable individuals.
I know about Seridor and his secret order. What better way for a vampire to hide than to pretend he hunts them? You may want to speak to Phintius at the first edition bookshop in the market district of the city. I know he goes there occasionally.
I know Phintius's shop.
I doubt that he's told Gillen and Greythroat anything, but you could always try. As you know, the vampire can't remain in sunlight. I'd wager that you'll never see Seridor outside during that time of day.
Remain leery of Seridor. He's much more cunning than you may suspect.
Phintius is probably gonna close shop before I get there. But he's still inside his shop, and that's not helpful. I don't want to actually break in. Oh, it's still open. Good. Or especially open. But,
What can I do for you, Sir Knight?
not call me Sir Knight. Archmage, something. Shagorth, not Sir Knight.
I'm not really at liberty to discuss my customers with strangers.
Oh, really?
Good day. Good day. Seridor?
There we
He
go.
comes in from time to time. Usually it's when he's out shopping. He always comes in with a large amount of travel food in his bag. Then sometimes he buys a few books. I asked him once about it, and he said that he goes out of the city on business trips.
Right.
I think I overheard him once mention Memorial Cave to another patron of mine, but he never talked to me about it directly. Yes, it's outside of the Imperial City. I heard it's a place where many of the heroes from past wars are buried.
Convenient.
Sort of a subterranean graveyard. I just assumed Seridor had a relative that died and is buried there. Not many people go out there anymore, as the route is dangerous. But Seridor's a stubborn one. He takes integrity for a man to risk his own life to honor the fallen. I admire him.
Sure, integrity. That's what he's got.
I looked
Right.
it up once in an old atlas I had in stock. Here, let me mark it on your map.
Folks that deal with books are good
Good
like that.
day.
Now. Here.
Oh, I don't know. Come back and line up for a few good shots. I want distance between me and an orc in armor. use magic and maybe even turn themselves invisible between me and them. No. I want a nice line to shoot at them.
Who's there?
There's another one.
Nothing to worry about, I guess. Just my eyes playing tricks on me.
I hear you from that direction. I'm just gonna end up putting shit like that right back down.
Guess it was nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing. That was mine. When you're all dead, I will drink my potion. I don't know where your weapon went.
What's that?
That's the other reason I don't want them getting close to me. See, in Skyrim, they can do that to me at range,
Who's there?
which is weird. But in this, no. They gotta get up close and personal. I don't particularly like giving them that opportunity. You stand still and let me burn you. There. Yeah, I don't need that. Now, technically I haven't cleared out the rest of the place, but... That was easy. His compatriots were all more resistant to burning than he. Solid object. Seriously, what the hell? Fine. Skeleton key. Oh, how charming. Oh, glass. Nice. You have a full set of mithril and a key. For you. Oh. I know that's random, but it's funny because undead.
Now let's go. Clear out the other branch of this place. This way.
Take that back. Some of them. We're just as squishy as you. That being said, he did look like he was an Altmer if he retained those vulnerabilities. Makes a little more sense.
Recast to prevent that. Good news.
I hope you're here to bring me good news.
I am.
Horrid creatures. I hope we never see one in the Imperial City again.
Well,
He's dead? Oh, thank goodness. I feared I'd never be able to leave here, or worse, that he would come for me. I can finally return home.
right.
The ironic thing is that I think the Order of the Virtuous Blood should continue its work. Perhaps I'll speak to the others. Yes, I think that the Order will live on. Give me time to make arrangements and meet me in Seridor's basement.
Okay.
Let us never speak of that abomination again.
I'll see you in the Imperial City.
Well, I have stuff to sell before we get to that, but okay. Well, now that that's done. I do like being able to sell to whoever likes me best and give me the best value, rather than whoever can actually buy the stuff.
Hi there. Hello again, my friend.
It's so good to see you again. I've spent a good deal of time speaking with Gillen and Greythroat. They agree that the Order should live on. Not only that, but we'd like to make you an honorary member. If you're ever in need of our services, we'd be happy to provide them for you.
Services?
In addition, we'd like to reward you with this enchanted ring. Use it well in the fight.
Sunfire?
At least there are a few less vampires in the world now. Well done. But there are more of these creatures that still roam Cyrodiil. If any of our books can help you in the cause of destroying more, you're welcome to read them. Since
I'll
you're
take
an
a
honorary
look.
member of the Order, if you bring back proof you've slain a vampire, we'd be glad to compensate you. Bring back the vampire dust from their remains. That should be proof enough.
I do happen to have some.
Excellent. Another vampire has been slain. Here's your reward. Excellent. Return.
Oh.
Return to me when you have slain another vampire, and the Order will gladly reward you.
May the sunlight always safeguard your path.
Speaking of sunlight, let's see what this ring does. Resist disease and reflect spell. Resist magic, reflect spell. Resist reflect. I'm not taking that one off. I don't need to resist disease as much, but it gives me better reflect spell. That gets to go in the jewelry storage, which is separate from other things. Do you have any books I haven't already read?
What can the Order help you with, sister? I'm pleased to call him brother. Oh, he's that wanted criminal. Isn't he a master thief? I hear he's dangerous, too. I heard that the beggars spy for him.
Yes, sister. He's a fine man and an honored brother. Samuel Bantian used to be a wild one. They say he used to be quite the locksmith.
So if I need security training, go to him.
Vampires are clever, so watch your back.
I don't suppose you happen to have any shadow banish hiding in here. You also don't have any books that are of any relevance to me. So,
Yes, sister.
I will go check in on my aisles with the little bit of flotsam that I've got next time.